my scrappy friends, I have a fun new series that I'm doing with my friend Megan. So if you go over to CraftyMeggy, you will see her take on this challenge. And for this challenge, we are using this homemade kit. So I am sharing with you just briefly the stuff that is in this homemade kit that we made. So we picked one paper that is inspiring the whole kit, and this is the rest of the stuff. In the comments or in the info section below, you're gonna see a link to my blog, which will have all of this stuff laid out really nicely with nice pictures of all the stuff in the kit. I hope you guys go and check that out, because obviously I'm sharing this kind of quick and I'm not going to do it again. I thought about doing a whole video where I just share my kit, but I decided that I want to do it just on my blog, because I'm kind of trying to work on getting more blog stuff done. And so I thought this would be a good element to add to my blog. So I am trying to mix some old stuff with some new stuff, and the die cuts that I'm going to be using, I have those Pink Fresh Studio ones that I just showed a minute ago, and then I have a whole bunch of Serendipity stuff, like a ton. Like I have this one and I have a whole one that's not open. So my goal is to hopefully use as much as I can of that. We'll see how it works out, right? So these are the thickers that I'm using. These are the new ones from the Maggie Holmes Bloom collection that just came out. I don't remember what the name of them are, but they're really fun. They're nice and chunky. I am going to be using that 6x6 piece of paper from the Bloom collection. I have that Swan one from the Bloom collection. This one is from Pink Paisley from the C'est La Vie collection, and this one also is from the C'est La Vie collection. I love that wood grain. It is so pretty. Oh my gosh. It's like one of my favorite papers in that collection. And this is the paper that actually inspired the whole thing. I should have started off with that, right? And that is from the Serendipity, no, documentary collection. Yeah. And that's Dear Lizzie. And then I have that Amy Tan, that's the check mark one, and then I have that plaid one. And so our recipe was this. So I'm going to try to say this well. I'm working on my layout. I also am using this cut file. I believe that is just from the Silhouette store. I'll have it linked below. I'll try to have that linked below as well. And I know I want to do something with this Silhouette file. So I think this is one of the first things that I cut out, believe it or not. And I was so excited, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do something. So I am going to mimic that. My picture is a sunset, and I'm going to mimic the sunset with my watercolors. And so it's going to take me a little while to work on this. So, but I'm just using this water brush, and I'm just going to go through, and I mean, it doesn't like when you do something like this, it's fun. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be complicated or whatever, or you can make it complicated or not. I could have just, colored each one, but I really wanted, oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. I really wanted that effect from the picture to kind of come down, and you'll see as I work through it, how it kind of works. And this is one fun way to make your homemade kits like really kind of go together. You're taking an element that you're kind of match your photo or something on your layout. So this is really going to help this kit feel so much more cohesive, and you'll see as it comes together. I love the way this turned out with this kit. And I'm just loving using this kit. It's so much fun. And I know many of us have so much stuff in our stash, and sometimes just making a kit, but sometimes it's hard to make a kit, right? Because you don't really know. So we use the Blossom paper as our inspiration, and then what we did was we did a recipe, and I find that doing something like this kind of sometimes helps because it helps you get in the mind frame of different things that you could use or that you might need to help make a kit kind of come together. So we decided that we were going to pick like 5 or so papers, I think is what we decided. And we were going to do one geometric pattern, one texture pattern like a fabric or a wood grain or like a brick, something like that, something that shows like just texture, but that could be a little bit more subtle. So you could use it as a background if you wanted to. We decided that we were going to have a stripe and then we were going to do a freebie paper. So it could be anything that we wanted. And in the end, we ended up adding a couple extra. We added a 6x6 piece, or I added a 6x6 piece, and then I used that swan paper, which was like not even a full size sheet. So we kind of added a little bit more to it after we got ours together. We're like, hey, maybe, you know, we could add a couple more papers. I know I love to use pattern papers for layers and stuff, so it was nice to be able to have that. The thing is when you stick to like 5, you know it's not going to be overwhelming, right? Because sometimes that can be overwhelming. And actually, when you looked at both sides, they both sides work really, really well together. And I actually was thinking about maybe using the other sides that I hadn't intended. So yeah. But we also decided that we were going to use a cut file for something for our kit, wood embellishments, some phrase stickers, a pack of thicker, 1 or 2 packs of thickers or alphas, a ephemera pack, and then we decided that we were going to use like have a free embellishment of our choice, so anything that we wanted. So it could be like puffy stickers, it could have been sequins. I think I picked puffy stickers and sequins. So I added more because I know I like to add a lot of different types of embellishments. And but I was thinking, so our goal is to get 3 layouts done at least with our kit. So that's our goal. And I hope that maybe you, like I said, go over to my blog. You'll hear all of the different elements that we have for our kit recipe. And we're going to do this a few times. So there's going to be layouts for each of our, or videos for each of our layouts. And then we're going to switch to a new kit. So we're going to do 3 definite. And I'm hoping to get more than that out of my kit, to tell you the truth. So I'm hoping to get maybe like 5, but we'll see. So I did decide to cut this paper down and it killed me, let me tell you. But I really wanted a lot of white space also because I have that photo that is like gorgeous, but it's very strong, like the color is really strong, and then I have my title, which also has a lot going on. And I use that copper color, and that's gonna kind of match with that pinky wood grain. And I'm adding some just like doodles that look like stitching because, you know, I don't have a sewing machine, so this is what you do when you don't. And so I'm kind of figuring out what I want to use to put behind my photo because I really want there to be something. And I leave the when I printed this photo out, I left like a border around it. A lot of times I do that just so I don't have to mat my photos. Though it is nice to have a mat that fits better, but that's okay. So at first I was thinking maybe I'll use that blue side, and then I decided no, I really like the way that the checks look. They kind of look maybe a little like birds in the sky or something. I don't know. This picture is from when I went back home-ish where my family is, or most of my family, my extended family. They're all still located in New York, and this was when I went to go home, and this was one of the photos that I captured. We were coming home from the funeral and on the highway, and you could see it was just so beautiful. It was nice to have something beautiful on a day that was difficult. It was a difficult day. It was a long day. So it was just nice to have something beautiful. And I'm glad that I can remember that part of the day more than the not so fun part, right? Which is why I'm scrapping this photo. And I really like this pattern on the dots. It has like this ombre or like a rainbow effect behind. And so I'm using the side that has more of the bluer tones, and there's like some grayer tones. And it really matches the way the clouds look in my photo. It just was like, it felt like it was meant for this layout. Don't you love that? Oh. And I didn't pick out my kit before, like I picked my photo after I did my kit. So I didn't cheat, I promise. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do these layers because I'm not really sure. I don't want to overwhelm this. I really want to keep it simple. I mean, I'm finding that lately I've been doing a lot more simple. I don't know if it's just because of the way some of the embellishments are. I don't know. So I kind of eschew that one dot paper, and I'm working from adding, you know, the top to the bottom, even though I don't know. Sometimes that doesn't always help, but I really wanted that part, that eye and that wood grain to kind of show a little bit. So I'm trying not to cover that up. And I am using that branding strip, and I'm just kind of tucking it a little bit as a layer, and I have it obviously down at the bottom. And so here I'm gonna start thinking about where exactly I want this, and I'm just gonna kind of stagger it down. I really love how this looks. It really mimics, it just brings that down. And so I just kind of went through and picked some embellishments that I thought matched the colors. I'm using the Pink Fresh Studios Up in the Clouds die cut pack, and there's a lot of pinks and clouds, and so it actually really worked out really nice to kind of get some of that pink in and stuff. So I'm going to use a cloud, and I use that XO. That purple just seemed to work because there was purple, a little bit of purple-ish colors in that photo. And so I'm just going to add, I really truly did not think when I started this that I was going to add as much purple as I did, but it just blended so well. So I just like could not help it. I had to add it. And so, like I said, I'm looking for embellishments that maybe seem to make sense. I added that butterfly. I don't know. It just seemed like it worked there. And then I'm going to add a star because it is getting close to nighttime. I don't know. And the color just really kind of seemed to fit right there. And I don't know. I just really like how this layout turned out. It's just nice. And my journaling is actually going to be, I didn't do the journaling while I was doing this, but the journaling is just going to be off to one side, and I just hand do it. So sometimes I put them on the back. Sometimes I put it on, you know, on the front when I feel like there's not a lot of space. Like that was one thing I didn't think about while I was doing this, and I tend to not do that, is think about where I'm going to put my journaling. So maybe that's something I should focus on just for me. But yeah, so I hope you guys do go over to Megan's channel. So she's CraftyMeggy, and I'll have a link below to her channel. She's doing a video for her kit, and then to share her kit, and then she's doing a layout video share too. So definitely go and check hers out and see what she did with her kit, because I'm excited to see her videos and what she does with the kit. And I just find that this is really fun. It really helps when you're scrapping and you're not really sure. It kind of helps to talk through and make a kit like together with someone. And like that's why we did the recipe, so that our kits weren't the same, but that we had elements that were the same. And that's why we picked one of the papers. So next time we'll probably also do that as well. Pick one paper that is going to inspire the rest of the kit. Or maybe we'll pick something else that'll help inspire our kit. I don't know. I don't know. We haven't really discussed how every single section is going to go. I'm just hoping that really we can get to the meat of just getting a really nice homemade kits together. And like I said, I hope you go and check out all the recipe for it, and I hope you guys make a kit. We decided to do just a small kit so that it's something easy and manageable, that you know you can make a few layouts and feel like you got through quite a bit of stash. So, I mean, I added a little bit more, obviously, because I can't help it. But I really did try to keep it really simple. And I'm using these happy place word stickers. They really just seem to kind of fit in there. And I picked memories and moments and on this day. So the on this day was actually from Maggie Holmes. And then I'm just going to add these sequins. It just adds another little pop, and it adds a little bit more pink to the layout. Even though the photo doesn't have much pink in it, I did add a little bit more pink in my the cut file. But it just kind of adds something fun to finish it off. I am going to splatter in a minute. I'm going to do the date up at the top and the bottom, and then I'm just going to add some splatters, and then I'm going to be done. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys check out Megan's video, and I hope you'll be back with us next Tuesday to see what other layouts we come up with this kit. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!